Hello there, I'm Daz. This time I am in the Vilemyr Inn, which is at Iverstead. And I'm just about to start the mission, lifting the shroud, which is to investigate Shroud Hearth Barrow. So I'm just going to have a chat with Wilhelm here.
If I were you, I'd keep away from the barrow on the east side of town. It's hot. There ain't much more to tell. They're haunted, and you should stay away. Look, I've seen one of the spirits with my very own eyes. When it glared at me, I swear it burned right through my soul. Fortunately, they seem to be sticking to the barrow. I think they're guarding it. Certainly isn't helping my business any. Who'd want to rent a room anywhere near a haunted barrow? If you think there's anything you can do, be my guest.
Okay.
You're headed up to the monastery.
So I should have the miscellaneous objective now to investigate Shroud Hearth Barrow. I'm also completing one of the objectives for the mission A Matter of Pride at the same time. The objective is find Sivdo's betrayer in Shroud Hearth Barrow.
Watch your step. It's
So let's
a
get
long
underway.
way down.
I'm doing these both simultaneously. It's probably safer in order to avoid bugs further down the line. Excuse me. That's also why I'm taking the more long-winded approach of speaking to Wilhelm first, rather than heading straight to Shroud Hearth Barrow. I'd like everything to run smoothly, since I'm shooting a video. Even if it does mean adding an extra 2 or 3 minutes to the quest length. So in case you're not aware, the quest A Matter of Pride is the Creation Club quest, and it's the one to obtain the Enchanted Sword Gold brand. Okay, I'm not going to be opening every single chest while we explore this place, but I will try my best to point out the important loot, and here is one of those. The Illusion Skill Book Before the Ages of Man. Right, we want to get these levers right, and I believe it's the front 2 levers which will leave all 3 of the gates open. Yes, there we are. There is a door with a chest. There are quite a few traps around here. There's also a trap on this chest. Yeah, there are lots of floor plates in this place. I've got the light foot perk, so I'm not too worried about those, but I will try and point them out when I spot them. When we open this gate, it's best not to charge on straight through there. Right, and now we need to deal with Wyndelius.
You are not welcome.
So that's the quotes ghost dealt with. We need to grab Wyndelius's journal. Take that back to Wilhelm. And I'll just tell you why. See this passage here that is also trigger trapped. Right, and this is where I need to deal with Magrathi, the betrayer. Okay, so that's one of the items I'm looking for. And there we are, that's that quest. I will now deactivate that as an objective, just so we don't have unnecessary map markers. And now I need to head back to Wilhelm to obtain the Sapphire Claw to open this door. I'm getting lost already, that's not a very good sign. So I should have mentioned, if you arrive at Shroud Hearth Barrow and you have not started the mission, a matter of pride, the Dragon Priest will not be there. So don't be concerned if you come here at quite a low level. You're not going to have to deal with that.
We don't get many visitors through here, unless they're headed up to High Her.
Let me see that.
I can't believe this. It was all just a fabrication of this Wyndelius character. Well, least I can do is give you something for taking care of him. If you won't accept it as a payment, consider it a gift.
Okay, so I now have this Sapphire Dragon Claw. I can crack on with clearing the rest of Shroud Hearth Barrow. It's a dank, miserable place, is this one. I should have gone to the map earlier, but this is what the layout is looking like as we head towards the tomb door. And the combination is, I can't remember, moth, owl and wolf. Right, so as we enter this room, we're going to be locked in. So I'm going to use my conjuration magic once more. Minerva's Shade. I almost made it through. So, open the gate, and there is a nice spell tome here for anyone who does not already have an armor spell. There we are. Improves the caster's armor rating by 40 points for 60 seconds. It's saying 90 there because I have the alteration perk. Be careful not to stand on that grill, you will fall into the water and it can be a bit tricky. This is the way we're headed, but if you have a high lockpicking skill, it is worthwhile continuing up the spiral staircase. And you can obtain some nice loot. There we are. I'll leave that in there. And that's the way things are looking at the moment. More floor traps. So there are some pull handles. This one just reveals a corpse. This one reveals a Death Lord in my case. And there is a locked off room here which we can enter with this pull handle. And again, some more loot. That chest is not trap triggered. And it looks like Minerva has dealt with these skeletons, but usually you'll find a group of skeletons stood on an oil slick, and you can deal with them by dropping those lanterns. This is the only trouble when you have conjuration spells with a mind of their own. Okay. There we are on the local map. There's a trap there. Yep, the trap brings down those pendulums. There are some sleeping Draugr here. Another trap there. There is a high level lock, the key to which is being held by one of these bony looking fellows. It's not that one. It is that one. Shroud Hearth Barrow's key. And yeah, just a soul gem. And we have a little puzzle to solve here. We need to find the combination before we step on that plate. I think there's another enemy in here. Yes, there is. Right, so in order to reveal the correct combination, we need to stand on this plate and watch the symbols being revealed slowly. But I have the combination written down, which is whale, eagle, snake, whale. So there we are. That should be correct. And it is. There's a little room off here. If you want to fully investigate, we can take this gold ingot, and there will be a gout of flame, which we can avoid quite easily if we know to expect it. Another trap. And I think we're coming to the conclusion. Right, and we now have a multi-enemy boss fight. So I'm going to bring up Minerva again. And I'm going to arm Elemental Blast to deal with the enemies on the pedestals. You'll see Minerva is quite a handful. This is a conjuration spell that levels with the player. I think she levels right up to level 80 if I remember correctly. Which is pretty good. Right, so that's the boss man. See how Minerva deals with him. Okay. I suppose I should search him. Wow. That's quite rubbish, really. Now, before you get all excited and decide to open this chest, be warned, there is a trap trigger. Someone has a sick sense of humour. Okay. So we have a word wall. And this time, Kyne's piece. I think that's actually a word of power that I've never used in all these years. You can whirlwind sprint over there. I believe there is some loot. I'm not going to grab that. It looks like there is a great sword over there that's hovering around. A little bit glitchy. So there we are, folks. I hope this has been useful. In order to leave, we just need to head through those doors, and it leads you back to the entrance area. So, thank you very much for watching. Bye bye.